Hi, this is Deva Miradas with a vision to create a world full of happy families and a mission to train couples how to fight clean and establish strong, loving relationships. In my previous videos, we have been talking about abusive relationships, conflicts. I want to continue the theme of conflict and tell you that conflicts have different degrees. Conflicts could start from simple difference of opinions to a full blown conflict where there are serious tensions. But whether you are dealing with a simple difference of opinion or you are dealing with a full blown conflict with severe tensions built into it, there are some important points which will help you diffuse that conflict, whatever may be the degree. These are very important points which have to be taken care of. Let us start seeing these points one by one. Try to see the importance of each and every point because all these points will surely diffuse the conflict. First and foremost, try to see that situation of conflict as an opportunity for growth. Don't keep a negative outlook towards conflicts and try to avoid them. Avoiding the conflicts will do no good. So, first, accept that there is a conflict and accept that there is an opportunity for growth. Second, focus on same interests, not on different positions. So focus on the principle, not on the details. Means, I'll give you an example. There could be parents who would have a common principle, a common agenda to discipline their child. But their approach would be different. One would want to spank the child to discipline the child, and one would want to use some non physical ways to discipline the child. So, getting into a conflict with the details instead of appreciating the main principle where both of them have a common principle. So, look for same interests in a conflict versus different positions. Same interests versus different positions. One more important point, don't take all the conflicts personally. Separate people from the problems. People are separate from the problem. Don't make them one. Separate it out. This will help you to see that the root cause of the problem. If you identify the person with the problem, you may not be in a position to identify the root source of the conflict. So, very important, don't take conflicts personally. Separate people from problems. Also, another important point, separate people from their behavior. Very important. If you don't separate people from their behavior, what you may end up doing is you may not even acknowledge that the other person has the ability or most times the desire to change. That will discourage the person. So, what you have to do is separate people from their behavior. Don't label them, it will disempower them. You're a fool. No, this is disempowering them. Another important point, remember that perception is relative. What the way you perceive is not necessarily the way everybody will perceive. Somebody will perceive in a different way, somebody in a more different way, somebody in a very different way. So please remember, perceptions are relative. And last but not the least, please always remember that there are cultural differences which must be taken into account while dealing with conflict. I'll give you a small example. In the Western countries, when we speak to elders, it is always encouraged to look in the eye and talk to them. In the Oriental culture, it is taken as a mark of disrespect. The elders should never be looked into in their eyes while speaking to them. So please remember that there are social differences, cultural differences, and they always have to be taken into account while dealing the conflict. To know more on these matters, to deal with conflict, please join my WhatsApp community, Couples Fight Clean Community. Thanks.